Okay, as for the investigation at this point, as has been released, and I released myself earlier, that information indicates that this plane crash was intentional. But I want to be crystal clear. The circumstances beyond that are still being investigated. Circumstances beyond the crash, who was the pilot, what the circumstances were that led to it being intentional. All windows are open at this point. There's no clear indication as far as any motive or source behind anything. This is very still early in the investigation at this point. There's a lot of work to be done on that, so we're not drawing any conclusions of any way, shape, or form at this point. It does appear to be intentional, but beyond that, the investigation is continuing. There has been some information that was released earlier indicating that the FBI was the lead investigator in this. There's been some updates with that. It is still a joint investigation between the FBI and the NTSB in cooperation with, naturally, the East Hartford Police Department, Connecticut State Police, the FAA, and our partner agencies. Again, Main Street is still closed at this point, but we anticipate being able to open it in the near future. More information in detail will be released as the investigation allows. This will probably be the last press conference from this location, and with the exception of our partners in Eversource and DEP doing some remaining cleanup once the site is clear. We'll be clearing the scene as well, and further updates will be provided by virtue of the investigating agencies that are participating, and we will release more details as we have them. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for their cooperation, their patience, and their understanding in this matter. And at this time, I could take just a couple of quick questions.
AP is reporting that investigators have concluded this was a suicide. Can you comment on that?
I can't comment on that at this point. As I said, the circumstances beyond it being determined, it appears to be intentional. I can't comment beyond that.
Have they ruled out suicide?
Nothing's off the table at this point.
Terrorism.
I'm sorry?
Can you confirm whether you're investigating some sort of argument midair between the student and the flight instructor?
I can't confirm those details at this time.
Have you ruled out terrorism?
Nothing's off the table at this point, and nothing's been concluded.
Can you give us an indication of what it is that leads you to conclude that it was intentional and not accidental?
I can't provide those specific details at this time.
Do you have any more insight as to who was in control of the plane?
I do not.
You say the instructor has been cooperating. Is he the reason you know that it was intentional?
Clearly, being able to interview somebody who was in the aircraft, I think it goes without saying, it's pretty obvious that that's very beneficial to the investigation.
Can you tell us what was said before it went down?
I can't release any of that at this time.
Are there audio tapes of the pilot and the tower?
I don't know.
Do you know who was flying?
What telling you? Can you give us anything?
I can't give you any of the statements at this time.
Was there confirm the names of the people involved?
I'm unaware of one. I'm not, but I can't be certain.
Can you confirm the names of the people involved?
Can't release any names at this time.
Do you have further indication who was at the controls?
No.
Can you give us a bottom line here?
Charges for anyone? Who's going to be charged?
Can't answer that either.
Is this terrorism?
Again, the circumstances beyond the crash, the specifics to it, we can't address at this time. It's just in the interest of protecting the integrity of the investigation.
All right. We haven't